Good evening. Welcome to Lagos Channel 10 News. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. The news in details. Federal government has dismissed a recent U.S. report on religious freedom in Nigeria, reaffirming the nation's security challenges as part of a broader regional struggle against violent extremism. In a statement, Kiemebi Ebimfa, spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, stated that this instability is fueled by special interests across West Africa and the Sahel. The government reaffirmed its commitment to defending all citizens, regardless of creed or religion. The statement praised the efforts of the armed forces and expressed solidarity with victims of violence. Kiemebi Ebimfa highlighted Nigeria's identity as a diverse and God-fearing nation that values tolerance and inclusion like America. Nigeria has no option but to celebrate diversity. That is our greatest strength. Despite the disagreement on the report's assessment, the statement reaffirmed Nigeria's alliance with the United States and expressed desire to continue partnering in its pursuit of peace, freedom, and democracy. Meanwhile, the 39th Stop Tuberculosis Partnership Board meeting has ended in Manila, Philippines, with a resolution by partners to scale up surveillance through innovative tuberculosis screening and diagnostic technologies. Partners, including the Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu, who is a global and national Stop TB campaign, rounded off the meeting with a renewed commitment to accelerate TB elimination by focusing on prevention, which is one of the defined priority actions for year 2026. Our participation at the meeting showcased Nigeria's sustained progress against tuberculosis through steadfast leadership, community engagement, strategic national coordination, and domestic resource mobilization in the face of dwindling donor funding. The First Lady has now departed Manila back to Nigeria. The House of Representatives is investigating causes of fire outbreaks in Lagos and other parts of the country that claimed lives and property of Nigerians to avert recurrence of similar incident. Chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Safety Standards and Regulation, David Idris Zachariah, led an investigative hearing on the Controller General of the Federal Fire Service in attendance. Our National Assembly correspondent Issa Mohammed report.
The House of Representatives is worried with the rate at which many parts of the country are experiencing fire outbreaks. The recent inferno in Lagos and other states prompted the need to investigate both remote and immediate causes of the outbreaks to guard against reoccurrence.
I will ask you to present to this House if you have your record of the incident that happened recently in Lagos State, the fire incident, that particular one. We want your record to present to this House. If you don't have it, you tell us.
Controller General of the Federal Fire Service, Olumode Samuel Adeyemi, attributes most of the causes to negligence, calling on the public to pass information in good time to the agency for prompt response to save lives and property.
With the reports we had, the fire started at the basement and it started on the lithium battery, the battery they are using for the solar. And then we thank God for the intervention of Federal Fire Service, because our men were able to confine the fire to the basement.
The CG Fire Service advised Nigerians to adhere to safety measures such as switching off appliances, avoid holding inflammable substances, bush burning, and provision of fire extinguishers for safety. Other issues raised during the engagement include discipline, collaboration, and supply of modern equipment at state offices to achieve results. From the National Assembly, Issa Muhammad, NTA News.
You are live on Lagos Channel 10. Now let's take a break. After the short timeout, the news continues. Please stay tuned.
Do you need need hotel service that runs hospitality business as real business? Then look no further, because Suru Express Hotels is readily available to meet your hotel accommodation needs in a cozy and serene atmosphere. Courtesy and care greet your arrival at our front desk while you're checking out our various rooms, suites, deluxe, standard and express gold, all fitted for purpose you desire. Healthy nutrition is also a top priority at our tastefully organized restaurants in Suru Express Hotels. With our ultra-modern gymnasium, maintaining your fitness is guaranteed in a conducive atmosphere. To unwind and reduce stress, our world-class standard swimming pool and game centers are always available. We are strategically located in Surulere, Ikeja GRA, Ikorodu, to provide unparalleled hospitality and free parking and top-notch security.
It's Maltonic time. Maltonic tonic. It's nourishes to the last drop. Share with friends. It's good for me and you.
Maltonic is enriched with vitamins and minerals for that rush of vitality you need to reach greatness.
It's Maltonic time.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
It's Christmas season, a time to spread love, jolly, and be merry. Where would you love to be?
Worry no more. It's happening here at the NTA Lagos Channel 10 Christmas Family Fun Fair.
The 20th date is Monday night to 12th December 2025, with Monday night being the opening ceremony.
There will be so much more to eat and drink. Gate fee, 3,000 naira per child.
Venue, NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tejo Yaba Lagos. Time 10 a.m.
For sponsorship and advert placement, please call Chibuzo 0812 324 5519
or Fadike on 0803 913 8161 and Jimo on 003 830 1669. NTA Lagos Channel 10 Christmas Family Fun Fair. Don't miss out. Save the date.
Mark your calendars.
Now we move to the discussion segment where my colleague Ometere Chedu spoke with an expert on osteoarthritis, the causes and the treatment. Please let's join her.
Number one, trauma. For example, if you had an accident or injury to the back, you can damage some vital structures in the back. You can have arthritis involving those structures. Infections too is another group of meteorological causes. Is usually degenerative. That is, with aging, they develop some degeneration, also cause back pain in this patient. So arthritis affecting the back would vary depending on what structure is being affected. Lifestyle modification is very important. For example, the way we sit, the way we bend, the way we squat, those are things that can put strain on the back. So we must learn how to take care of our back, especially those of us that work in the offices and all. So when you sit, for example, you ensure proper sitting posture. You sit with your spine straight, so proper sitting chairs are very important. You don't want to sit and you slouch forward. You want to sit with your back straight. Then again, when you want to bend down, you don't just bend and flex your spine. You go down as a O in case you need to pick some things on the floor. So these are things that can put strain on the back. Then of course, like for other types of arthritis that can affect any other joint, weight loss reduction, it's also important. Then in the elderly population who have osteoporosis means they've got weak bones. You can also give them some medications that will also strengthen their bones, like calcium, and other medications that will also help bone strength and quality in them. Diagnosis, again, is based on you taking a history from the patient. That is, you want to ask the patient some questions, the patient. So after doing all this clinical examination, you have a diagnosis in your mind, but you still need to confirm the diagnosis by asking for imaging modalities. And we normally start with X-rays for this patient. From X-rays, you can graduate to a CT scan, to an MRI scan, in order to make a proper diagnosis of the cause of the arthritis and back pain in patients. So X-rays, CT scans, MRI, most often times are usually sufficient to make this diagnosis. Yes, so physical therapy is an important part of the management of patients with arthritis affecting the back. So there are dedicated exercises, back exercises that needs to be prescribed. So yes, some people will say they are going to the spa and all that for exercises. No, there are dedicated medical exercises for the back. It's not all exercises to the back that are beneficial to the back. In fact, some are even detrimental to the life of the back that are not offering any help. So the physical therapist would recommend appropriate back exercises that will strengthen the muscles, improve the motion at the back, So it's important that we visit the right, proper physical therapist, not just any form of therapy. Then in this environment, you see a lot of people, there are a lot of videos trending around that they go to all these people that they say they massage the back. Some even go as extreme as jumping, standing, and tying the back. These are not ideal, these are not recommended, and they can actually cause more harm than good. So it's important you visit the appropriate physical therapist in the hospital that will recommend the appropriate back exercises for your back. So my advice for patients living low back pain is, again, it's not a death sentence. So with appropriate diagnosis, early intervention, and proper treatment strategies, patients actually they do well with these modalities of treatment. So it's important that if you have a low back pain, it's important you visit the hospital so that your doctor can make an appropriate diagnosis and institute treatment as early as possible, so as to gain your quality of life back.
You've heard from Dr. Taiwo Awofolajuwonlo on the causes of arthritis and the treatment to undertake when faced with the disease. So now we continue with the story of the day. A stronger political community and improved economic base will help ECOWAS and other regional blocs in Africa to transit quickly from Second Continental African Public Square in Abuja. The need for the single currency objective of ECOWAS was identified as one of the key ingredients needed to achieve the goal of regional integration. Kelvin Ebonwai reports.
African Leadership Center and the Amandla Institute and partners. The Continental African Public Square is designed to bring scholars and governmental bodies together to advance the cause of continental integration using the various regional institutions as building blocks. This year, the focus is on ECOWAS at 50, especially how to transform one of the pace setters of regional integration in Africa into a truly ECOWAS of the people. At the heart of that aspiration is the lingering single currency debate, insecurity, and the changing political landscape in the sub-region.
I've argued that ECOWAS was created as an economic integration body. So why is it delving into politics and others' internal affairs? That argument ignores history. In that at the height of the Cold War, with ideological differences and then proxy influences on the continent, it was practically impossible, to create an organization based on common political values, like democracy and others. So it was the epoch that determined the character of ECOWAS. That was the first period.
And on such critical matters as the ECOWAS single currency, its promised launch had become an endless wait as the target date kept being shifted on account of various technicalities.
A flexible model of operation that can incorporate the Sahelian bloc of Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali to continue to be part of ECOWAS as AES partners while maintaining their distinct identity was canvassed at the conference. In Abuja, Kelvin Ebonwaye, NTA News.
We move to educational matters, as the importance of knowledge to human development cannot be overemphasized. In Nigeria, study shows that Nigerians always thirst for knowledge and can go to any length to acquire it. In the special report, our correspondent examines why Nigerians prefer to study abroad and why do Nigerians excel more abroad than in Nigeria. The report.
The quest by many to get it by all means for value addition wherever it is obtainable. Recent happenings, however, reveals that many Nigerians prefer to travel abroad for their education in spite of the numerous citadel of learning that abounds in Nigeria. Interestingly, those regarded as below average students in Nigeria now perform excellently well abroad, even when their track record in Nigeria proved otherwise.
In many of this Western world and in these countries so-called abroad, they have 24/7 electricity supply. So if such university has, if they have like an electronic library, definitely you should know they would perform very well in such. If we call it an e-library like we have in Nigeria and there's no electricity, then how is it now an e-library? But when you come outside the country, when you study outside the country, you have 24/7 electricity, you have access to the e-library, you have access to facilities.
These respondents emphasized the need for improved infrastructure, qualified teachers, and access to quality educational resources.
Out of the country, they understand learning sciences, the science of learning. People can learn better.
It's the thing with hardship. So we have a very regimented way of schooling in Nigeria. Is all about academics. We put a lot of pressure on our children. They go to school in the morning, they come back in the evening with tons of homework, and honestly, it's garbage in, garbage out in the end. So we have that pressure. And when you go to a place where the pressure is taken off, it seems like a walk in the park.
Residents are optimistic that with the government intervention, the education system will be more standardized than it is. In Lagos, Oluwabukola Akonde, NTA.
Nigeria fashion has transformed from its traditional roots, where clothing served as a symbol of identity and status, to a modern global force. Today, designers fuse traditional fabrics like adire and ashoke with Western styles, creating a unique blend that creates the nation's rich heritage on the international stage. Let's join Ayotomiwa Obideyi, who went round the fashion scene, for more details.
Fashion is a lively mix of the country's rich culture and modern styles. For a long time, clothing has been more than just something to wear. It's a way to show your identity, status, and a way to celebrate. This can be seen in the flowing agbada of the Yoruba people, the detailed beadwork of the Edo, and the simple elegance of all their traditional outfits.
The way they are wearing clothes in olden days, different the way they are wearing it now. Okay. So like olden days, our attire is like they are made danshiki, iro, oleku, all those abetiaja. But now, the way our youth is wearing clothes now, even now, say people are now going back to that olden days, but not all.
There were styles before, but now they are now reshaped and redesigned to be something better. Then, Ashoke was just for their head tie, Iru and Buba, but nowadays, see them using Ashoke to sew styles that you're going to be to sew combat, to sew bubu, to sew gown.
The colonial era introduced new styles. Nigerians began to wear tailored suits, blouses, and skirts, creating an interesting blend of new and old.
In office now, which is we go for Western, which is suits, tie, and shorts like that. It's mostly on Friday that we do our own.
Most of us know that it is civilization. Everybody is now becoming more civilized, more exposed.
The 1970s and 80s were a turning point. Nigerian designers started to experiment, mixing traditional elements into modern designs. Fashion became a way for people to express themselves and their national pride, with Asoebi becoming a standout style for events and celebrations. Today, Nigerian fashion is getting global attention. Many designers are using traditional fabrics like adire and ashoke to create unique and beautiful pieces that tell a story. They are mixing these local textiles with modern Western styles, and their work is being shown on the international stage.
That is why they can use Ashoke, use Adira to create different styles, so that in fact when you even see it, everything make really elegant, like Oyinbo own. Because if you look at Oyinbo is claiming that there are no fashion, but now they are wearing our attire now. And I love it very well.
Nigerian fashion is more than just clothes. It's about our heritage, our heart, and our stories. It's how we show the world the beauty and richness of our culture. Nigerian fashion is a testament to a culture that keeps reinventing itself while staying true to its roots. In Lagos, Ayotomo Obidi, NTA News.
That concludes the news. Thanks for staying with us. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. Good evening to you.